Hello and welcome to episode 14 of our Let's Roleplay Crusader Kings 2 as the Saadid Dynasty. And I've got some rebels trying to chase down my people here. And my wife's become pregnant. That's a nice way to start the episode. Anyway, we are the Saadids, which are easily the most powerful vassals in the Ummayad Empire. I'll just cancel that event, I don't really care anyway. Looks like my retinue here is actually winning, even though heavily outnumbered against these rebels. But, anyway, we are... who are we? Abdul-Wahab, who is a fairly new sultan for us. He's only 32 years old. And he's an interesting guy. Dutiful cleric, gregarious, which is good. Craven, which definitely isn't good. Greedy, which probably is not that great. Wrath, also not that great, especially when you're not particularly talented militarily anyway. And envious, which, again, not particularly great. Excuse me. So, as I said, kind of an interesting guy to be. And I should also show our lands. Saadid, the nice brown section all along here, and also along here. We started making some inroads into France, but it's not going very well. But Abdul-Wahab, being a dutiful cleric and a Muslim, his main focus is going to be trying to take this land from Asturias, which just coincidentally would happen to join together the two parts of our kingdom. Oh, we are the Sultans of Aragon, that's pretty important. Only real problem with that is there are 7,800 Asturian troops sitting right there. And another 62 over there, but those 62 aren't actually that important in the grand scheme of things. And we can put, what's that, comes to like 6,000-ish, or a bit more than 6,000 soldiers. So we'll be outnumbered when we go to war with them. That's before they even call out their levies. We propose that Wali Musa become the guardian of someone. Of my daughter? I assume she's already got one, but we'll decline. Anyway, Taliba is slow to learn to talk. Encourage Taliba by example. That seems likely since we are gregarious. Birch words from Taliba, we are wrath, so also a possibility. Let her take her time. No, doesn't really seem like something we'd do. Or send her to the nannies instead. I think we'll encourage her by example. We do like talking. Oh, she's become greedy. I guess I have to keep checking my purse every day now. Well, she's also quick, so she'll be pretty impressive when she grows up. I mean, she's already actually a better general than I am, and she's only 4 years old. So, any more retinues we can get? Yes, but not the one we want. How far are we off from getting another camel cavalry? So 750 times 2 would be 1500, and we have 1456, so it's only a few soldiers off. Improved keeps would be good. How do we improve our retinue? Oh, we've got a new castle here. Totally forgot about that. That's right, I thought I was going to get scammed, but turns out I actually got a castle for cheap. So, that was good. Anyway, since we have this castle, let's... I want more soldiers. And there's one of these. Training grounds, was it? Increases the retinue size. Has castle walls 2 first. That will be a while. How about this other one? Do you have training grounds? No. But I'll get training grounds there. Which increases retinue size and levy reinforcements, which is good. But anyway, the feuding between Wali Hussam of Barbastro and Sheikh Abdul of Santiago has reached your court and can no longer be ignored. As your vassals, both have brought their grievances against each other to you in the hope of garnering your support. Wali Hussam's in the right, both are acting like quarrelling children. We are cowardly, which makes me think we won't pick a side. And we are wrath, which makes me think we'd insult them. So, both are acting like quarrelling children. We gain 50 prestige. Well, there's some people we could arrest, but can't be bothered right now. The daughter, Parand. And I think I need to build another training ground somewhere. So let's actually just work through things. Carcosny will already have one. No, it won't. Hafiz, my son, is not satisfied and keeps asking for more toys to play with. Let him have them? Possibly. We're greedy ourselves, we're kind of cowardly, so we'd let him pick his way, encourage him to play outside instead. I suppose gregarious could lean to that, but not really. Teach him some humility? Possibly. I'm kind of leaning towards that. We are a dutiful cleric. I'm kind of thinking Wrath would lean to this, and envious as well, because we don't really want to give him off to the nannies with you, Leech. No, I'll kind of go teach him some humility. He's become lazy, or slothful. Not fantastic, but it is what it is. I am bad at raising my children. Anyway, can't cost any, can't get one, Jakar. Can't get training grounds. Can't upgrade the walls there either. Saragusta. Can't upgrade the walls, can't get training grounds. Corona. I can upgrade the walls and then I'll be able to get training grounds, so let's do that there. I'll just keep looking. We've just looked at that one's good. Actually no, it's not. I should be able to upgrade the walls, but it would be fairly expensive there, but I suppose I might as well. I've got money, although I could be using this money on mercenaries. But walls does increase my levy, so that's good. San Sebastian, it's a mosque. And I'm assuming there's nothing here that would actually enhance my retinue. Anyway, Sheikh de Bint Hafiz is of age. She's of my dynasty. She's not even considered a kinswoman. And I get to arrange a marriage to some guy. Prince of Hispania. He's attractive. Yeah, why not? Another alliance, I suppose. What's our ambition at the moment? Become steward. Okay, there's not really much chance of that. Stewardship +3, so it's just our thing. That's kind of good that we're going around building stuff here as well then, because it fits with our character. And we're getting more soldiers as well, because I saw some of our levies were a bit low. 6,700. So, still 1,000 behind, plus whatever we can get from levies. Special actions, send Hafiz, my son, into hiding. Yeah, I suppose we're cowardly. So he can go into hiding. And who's... someone's obviously trying to kill him. Plot to kill Prince Hafiz. You there, in prison, yes. Okay, you are my brother. And you're trying to kill my son? Special actions possible, take him out of hiding. Okay. He wasn't in hiding for long, and now his brother's in prison. I am dutiful though. Oh, so I should observe Ramadan. The holy month of Ramadan is upon us, and all faithful Muslims, save the infirm and those on journeys, must observe the fast during daylight hours. Saying I'm dutiful, so I'm not going to execute him. Or banish him. I could banish him. Gain some gold and he's just got to leave. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Ramadan is a blessed time for charity and kindness, and in that spirit you could release the prisoners languishing in your dungeons. Well, I just actually banished one of them. Set them 3. We are Wrath, but I have no idea what these two are actually in the prison for. Both been in there for 10 years, so they're from before my time anyway, so yeah, set them free. Valencia likes me more. Probably some other of my vassals really don't. Nope, the Emir of Barcelona is the one that likes me least, which is Ramadan. The end of Ramadan approaches, and that means the holiday of Eid al-Fitr is upon us. The preparations for the planned feast to celebrate this have already been made, and now the time has come to invite your vassals to your palace. What say you? Send out the invitations. We're gregarious, of course we're going to have a party. And this guy, into a Tusha, is where we're going to send our Grand Vizier. Anyway, a woman accused of witchcraft in Albarracin has been dragged before your court. Several witnesses have seen her performing dark rituals in her secluded hut, possibly related to recent crop failures. She claims innocence, and it falls on you to determine her fate. She will burn at the stake. Yeah. Possibly. We are Wrath. We are a dutiful cleric, so if we happen to believe in witchcraft, we would get rid of it. Yeah. Okay. Throw the fiend in the dungeons. Again, yes. What nonsense is this? Release her at once. Gain 50 cultural technology points would be nice, but nothing here makes me think we would actually release a person accused of witchcraft. So I think we're going to burn her at the stake. The great banquet you ordered held to celebrate Eid al-Fitr and the end of Ramadan was a rousing success. The food was exceptional, the entertainment magnificent, and a great time was had by all. Your guests seem suitably impressed by your wealth and generosity. Eid Mubarak. So that's good, my vassals will like me more, and hopefully they'll give me more soldiers. 100 more, whatever. To celebrate Eid al-Fitr, perhaps you should present gifts to your beloved wives. We're greedy. But we're also cowardly. So, I'm still going to say, my affection for them is gift enough. Though I thought Jalil to be a most reasonable man, his request to be allowed to duel his rival was slightly erratic. Jalil claimed to be constantly subject to affronts from his rival, and asked for permission to defend his honour. So we can allow the duel or disallow it, but take no further action, and disallow it and banish the instigator. I think we will allow it. Ramadan's ended. That's good. Suggest fatwa against Emir Alim II. Who is Emir Alim of the Dulafid Emirate? Dulafids are... Is he one of my vassals? Where do I go here? Vassal. Dulafids. I'll look at rank first, so I only look at the senior ones. The Emir of Navarra. I don't particularly want to get rid of the Emir of Navarra. So we'll just leave him where he is for now. Can I get you more retinue yet? Nope. Things are almost ready. Castle walls. I think the Casbah is the one that gets us levy size plus 5%. Levy size plus 2.5, so castle walls are actually the better bet. Since if I get 2 of them I can also get the training grounds, which gives me a few more soldiers in the retinue. 315 is the levy from Utralas, which will be good. Actually it looks like it's almost fully there. So this is probably a full size of our army, which just shy of 7,000. A lot less than what we need, but got a few hundred extras here, and we'll get another 250 cavalry, which means we'll still be a little bit less, but or a little bit less than what I'd like, but hopefully they'll manage. We've got lots of cultural technology saved up, but not enough to actually buy anything, or buy anything, research any new technologies. Actually looks like popular customs we've stopped advancing in. Actually trade practices as well, and siege equipment, cavalry, military organisation. Oh no, we've just got enough that we can get either majesty or legalism. Legalism give us high crown authority, high centralisation. I haven't even looked to see what we are. Majesty will give us more piety and prestige. And piety and prestige means that our vassals will like us better and they'll give us more soldiers. Centralisation, we are medium. Domain size plus 3 I suppose would be good. But we'd have less vassals, but I don't think we're anywhere near our vassal limit. Castle walls are built in a corona. and it's actually under siege by Vikings. But okay, I can't build training grounds because I don't have enough money. Okay, well that's actually very unfortunate. Send our cavalry to go fight the Vikings. I doubt they'll arrive there before the Vikings leave, but you never know. Actually, do I have an organizer? I did, but I'm guessing he's dead. Princess Asia of the Saadid Sultanate is now of legal age. She's a skilled tactician. She is a very skilled tactician. 19 martial, kind of average housewife. Gluttonous, wrath, and just. So I might actually. I kind of want to marry her to someone in my court. I was thinking like a chancellor or something, but doesn't look like that's an option. So I'll just marry her to some random out in the world somewhere. Arrange marriage to the Sultan of Africa. It'll be a while. King of Aquitaine. That would be a useful match, but not for a long time. And I kind of want to kill that guy anyway. So yeah, actually maybe we'll go with Sultan of Africa. Even though he's hunchbacked. But still. Because Africa's quite... well, it's actually not that powerful because it's in revolt at the moment. But if this right faction wins this revolt, then we'll have a very powerful ally to help us fight Asturias. Child needs guardian. My son. Let's educate him ourselves. Because I am doing such a good job of educating my children. It's more to the point that we're gregarious and envious, which makes me think he's kind of jealous of other people coming in and spending, you know, being friends with his kids. My son, Prince Hafiz, is turning into an arrogant little braggart. I might have to rein him in a bit. Okay. He has reason to be proud. I don't know. I feel that because we're envious, we'd kind of be like, yeah, you know, I'm his dad, we're awesome. But I don't know. That will be cured by the birch. We are proud, so definitely a possibility. Tell him pride goeth before the fall. I don't see that one from anything there. The greatest will cure him of his sins. Possibly. But I don't know, he's wrath. I mean, he's a dutiful cleric, but the combination of gregarious and wrath makes me suspect to be more interventionist in this. So I kind of think that's what we cured by the birch is the one we'd go with. And he's no longer proud. He's still lazy though. Didn't beat the lazy out of him, just the pride out of him. And how much does it cost to get a training ground? 287 gold, that's a fair bit. But, oh no, we've actually got a large enough retinue as it is. Of course, we've got 20 from buildings in Albarracin, and then that got multiplied by 300%. So, it's actually a lot more than 20. But anyway, my son Hafiz is a charitable little rascal. He just gave his newest toy to the smith's sons. He's turning out well, it's a possibility. Kind of gregarious, we'd like him going and making friends. Yeah. Charity is for naive weaklings, also a possibility since we are greedy and envious. Or thank the greatest for his virtues. I kind of feel like he's turning out well as the one to go for. Second I've done that, I'm thinking, no, actually he'd probably be like, little weakling, keep all your stuff. We are greedy and we are envious. We don't like sharing, but whatever. I made my choice and we've got to stick with it now. Oh, my chief Cadi has made another disastrous judgment. Emir Aguila suggested I would choose another person for the very important position. I see no reason to dismiss him. Everyone's complaining, but they're just having a whinge. Oh, and Asturias just got a lot more soldiers. 13,000 in fact. Why do they have 13,000? To go fight the Vikings. That seems a bit excessive. Now down to 8,000, which would be the 7,800 from before plus the retinue. So I just learnt effectively the maximum size of the Asturian army here, which is 13,000. My liege, Baja Azam, has issued a decree calling for the expulsion of all unlanded Jews from the entire realm, citing various grievances committed by them against the crown. Okay. Asturias is getting their levies together again because they are at war with Caliph Idris II for Leon, so they've gone to war with this guy. And they'll take that last little bit. There's not really anything the guy can do to defend them. But it will give me another opportunity to see how large the army is, and hopefully a few of their kind of permanent troops, or the event troops they got from the War of Independence, will die of disease in the siege here. So, give us an opportunity, 12,500 plus another 1,700, so yeah, 14,000 soldiers. I cannot even come close to matching that. My beloved wife Shahzada is constantly bored and keeps talking about the new fashion she has heard about. Now she wants me to introduce it at court. This is my money you're talking about, so we are greedy, and our wife doesn't like us because of it. We've got like infidels to get rid of. We can't buy you pretty clothes. We need the money for soldiers because we're obviously going to have to buy a lot of mercenaries. 6,300. Yeah, we're probably going to have to hire the Mamluks. Or... yeah, we're going to need a lot of soldiers. Unless this war goes very well for us, and a lot of soldiers die in the siege. But it doesn't look like it's happening so far. There's nothing I can do to improve that. Spymaster? Nope. No. And I suppose one thing I could do is see how my vassals like me. Vassals, here we go. Let's look at the highest ranked ones first. The Medinids. I could get more from that. You can't get more from Valencia. Navarra. Setting the minimum to 40, so Navarra hates me. I do have the opportunity to declare a fatwa on him though. I'm starting to think Shifter might fancy me. Shifter. Dutiful cleric makes me think we wouldn't cheat on her. Starting to feel with this woman. But we're also greedy and envious, so I think we'd actually make a move. But to legitimise it, we'll just marry her. If... oh, they've declared war, holy war for Castile. So the Ummayyads are going to war with the... that's good. So we've got to take our opportunity now, I think. If we can. Declare war. Holy war for Asturias. Holy war for Castile. What's the... this holy war is already for Castile. Holy war for Leon, possibly. I think we might go for the... Castile's the obvious one to take. But... there's a chance that we might win the battles, but it'll count towards our liege's holy war. And then, or at least this way, we could try and grab some land, actually a fair bit of land. And then hopefully our liege will grab the one next to it, which we don't really want. So maybe I should go for Castile and try and beat the Ummayyads to take it. Yeah, let's do this. Call up all my soldiers. Not nearly enough, but hopefully the Ummayyads will do all the fighting and we'll just occupy the land. Call in our allies. Yes. We'll need all the help we can get. Okay. Well, Shift is our lover, so we might as well marry her. She's lowborn, but whatever. Thors doesn't want to join my war. But I've got a wali to join me, and may you be sewn up in the belly of a dead camel. Wali of St. John de Angeli does not want to help me, obviously. But, well, whatever. Second Saadid, Holy Wolf of Castile, and the Ummayad, Holy Wolf of Castile. I kind of hope we take it and not our liege. And it looks like they've actually got enough soldiers to defeat this guy's army, but that will put them ahead in the war score, which means they'll take the land. Actually, I'm not even sure what will really happen. We'll have to wait and see. Could be that they'll just make peace before me and then I'll get to fight the war on by myself for bits to the left, I don't know. Thing is, if the war does end indecisively, we'll better move our armies away because he's coming towards us and he'll defeat us quite easily. But 22,000 Ummayad soldiers, hopefully they'll meet up with these guys in Salamanca and we'll just start occupying things. So yeah, I kind of want the Ummayyads to lose this battle, but kill a lot of the soldiers, so that I'll be ahead, you know, my war will be ahead in war score. It looks like they're going to come and fight me, but hopefully the Ummayyads will chase them up. I might risk... They've got a fair margin of advance. 6th of June they'll be there. They'll be in Lyon on the 5th of June, so they'll have basically a 2-province lead. And they'll outnumber me 2 to 1, so I'll need the Ummayyads to arrive very quickly. They'll arrive there on the 15th of June, and they'll still be in Zamora. So I suspect my army's about to get, like, wiped out here. But the Ummayyads, 1st of July. And my army's slaughtered in the centre, slaughtered on that side. How many casualties did we take? 4,500, we only killed 600 of them. And they're chasing us into Vizcaya. Unfortunately that hasn't counted any towards the Ummayyad's war score. My liege, Badshah Fadul, who is 5, has allowed Jews back into the country. But looks like we're going to have a proper fight in Vizcaya with the 20,000 Ummayyad troops coming to help. Nope, because the Asturians are leaving. Well, we'll just occupy some provinces and hopefully the Ummayyads can sort this out. And well, actually I might send my levies back home and re-raise them just to get a few more soldiers. And these guys are not going to march straight across, they're going to go the long way around. And hopefully some of them might make it. Oh, I've got a son. No, it doesn't. My brother's got a son. That's kind of bad since he's a claimant to the throne, but not too bad. I really hope this army doesn't bump into my soldiers again before the Ummayyads... No, the Ummayyads are just going to occupy the capital. No, they're not. Good. They'll arrive in Lyon on the 29th, and they'll be there on the 16th. Nope, because they're heading to Zamora now. Okay, well hopefully in all this manoeuvring, the Ummayyads eventually manage to catch them. Ooh, Braganza, that's some of my land. Actually, will my last 27 soldiers escape? No, they won't. So let's send them back home before the Asturians arrive. But we're winning the siege. That's one thing at least. But our army's reduced to 3,500 soldiers, and the Asturians are coming again. They'll be there on the 11th of December, you'll leave on the 19th, so actually now the Ummayyads will catch them. Dangerous faction. Wali Hassan. Who is this? The Emir of Navarra. I can suggest a fatwa. No, I can't. Because my decadence is too high. 80%, that'll do it. And Prince, my brother, is causing our decadence to increase. Maybe I should have done something other than banish him. Amsha is often involved in fights with other toddlers. That's good news. Try to steer it elsewhere. Discipline her. We are wrath, so disciplining her, yes. Yeah, I think that's actually what we do. We discipline her for starting fights. Amsha is exhibiting severe anger constantly. She has gained the wrath trait. Quick and wrath. Actually, do I have 2 quick daughters? I think I do. Obviously there's some good genes in here somewhere. Well, this one's good. Gregarious, temperate, greedy, quick. She'll do very well. Oh, the Asturians are coming to fight me again. No, the Ummayyads have caught them. And that'll lower the Asturians' force down to low enough that I could basically deal with them myself. I've only got 1,600 soldiers left. But after those 2 battles, the Ummayyads have basically won their war. Okay, Khosni's converted to the Sunni faith. And that's all of our land is Sunni. So we'll start researching cultural technology in the capital. We'll get to fight the Asturians. Nice easy victory. Increases the war score a bit more in our favour, but it's negative 34. But we'll win the siege, and that'll do a lot, and then we'll have to take some more land somewhere. My daughter had a daughter. Oh, and she's not married. So who's your daughter's father? Jalil Al-Barasin, my rival. My rival is having sex with my daughter. That's not fantastic at all. My wife Suraya is pregnant. I think we're going to be a bit pissed off about that, and we're going to plot to kill you. Sorry, Jalil Al-Barasin. Or Jalil Al-Barasin. Time for him to depart this world. My little son Hafiz always has his nose in the Quran and spends all his time amongst the imams. 2 options: such a bright little child, or I will not raise a zealot. As we're a dutiful cleric, I think we'll say such a bright little child. Start inviting people to this plot. Doesn't really look like anyone's that keen. We could try and bribe a few people. Do I have the money? Yep. Send them a gift. And you're about the only one. But still. The Kingdom of Italy. The ancient Lombard kingdom was established in Italy after a long history of migration originating in northern Europe. Along the way, the Lombards themselves have changed, both influencing and becoming influenced by the regions they have settled. Now it has finally come to pass that the Lombard lands of Italy no longer have a Lombard ruler, and this effectively spells the end of the name of the Kingdom of the Lombards. We shall henceforth speak of the Kingdom of Italy, but the Lombard heritage shall live on. Okay, and there's actually no Kingdom of Italy, it's the Kingdom of Bavaria, or it's part of the Kingdom of Bavaria at least. Minor point. Okay, we've won the siege of Soria, and we'll start trying to besiege the city of Almazan now. And how's the ticking war score going? Nothing, but we'll get in our favour soon enough, I think. Vikings are not really my concern. Won the siege of Almazan. And now the bishopric of Osma shouldn't take very long. Barony of Gormaz might take a while, but not as long as the Soria took. Hopefully, at least. Meanwhile, the Ummayyads are kicking ass. Oh, because our taking Soria and Almazan also helps their war score. Siege of Osma we've won, so we might as well stick around and win the barony of Gormaz. Oh, it won't take that long. And after that we can start moving up the coast to Asturias de Santillana. Trying to take some land there. But it looks like the Ummayyads, actually they'll probably win once we capture this last fortress. Probably give them enough war score to win, especially if they capture one of their own at the same, one of these two at the same time. Valladolid or Burgos. Oh, I've got a son. Khalil. No, it's Jalil is my rival. How's our plot to kill him going? Not very well. I thought I bribed you, but apparently it wasn't enough. And people want Jalil. No, Prince Jalil. Not just random Jalil. Okay. No matter how many times I try to point out the virtues of Marshal Abdul ibn Shuja Saadid, my wife Shahzada won't listen. She cannot take no for an answer, not when she has decided that her friend should be the Marshal. Enough, fine, your special friend will be Marshal? I don't think so. No matter what you say, I will not make your friend Marshal. I know, we're wroth. If she keeps nagging us, we get angry, so we'll not make your friend Marshal. Ah, okay. I tried to sit up in bed, but someone is holding me down. It's the burly armsman with a trustworthy face I promoted to the guard last week. Another assailant is trying to force a rag into my mouth. Holding my nose too. Can't breathe. Emir Rashad of Jazarlud Emirate sends his regards. Who is that? Not one of mine. Okay. So I've been killed by some person, I have no idea who it is. Jazarid? This guy. The Emir of Granada just killed me. Why did you do that? Well, whatever, I'm dead. Long live Sultan Hafiz, the 9-year-old. So be it. And if he dies, I play as Prince Khalil, the 0-year-old. Oh. Okay. Well, this might be a good place to end it. While that was happening, the Ummayyads actually won their holy war, but what's happened is that because we held 3 of the holdings, they haven't actually gone to the Ummayyads. They continue to stay with us, and our war's ongoing, but we are losing -1%. But we control Castile, so it'll start working in our favour, but that'll be something for next time. We've got a pretty significant advantage. We've got 3,500 soldiers in the field, but they've only got 600. So it goes so far as to say we're going to gain those 3 extra holdings. Not that they'll mean a lot, but it's better than nothing. Otherwise, who is this guy now? Sultan Hafiz, our new Sultan. He's lazy, he's a zealot, which, well, he'll prosecute the war against the Asturians very well, and he's charitable, which I suppose is an interesting trait. He's also a pretty good general so far, so maybe that'll be his thing. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time.